Welcome to the Strenuous Life Radio, the podcast for men and women leaderpreneurs and entrepreneurs learning the essentials and soft skills of the strenuous life. Hello everyone, JR Hendrick here. Jamie's calling on autopilot, so this episode is called "That They I Am Come That They Might Have Life." And we're going to bring it on over to Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn, coming up.
This data is wrong every freaking time.
Have you heard of HubSpot? HubSpot is a CRM platform where
is a little phrase that I'd like to have you memorize. And if you memorize it, I'm sure it'll follow you for the rest of your life. And if you're ready, say, "I'm ready." Ready. Here is the phrase. You can write it down as we memorize it. Here it is. From testimonials and personal experience, repeat that for me. From testimonials and personal experience, we have enough information to conclude. I'll let you write it down. We have enough information to conclude. So repeat for me. We have enough information to conclude. If you were composing this, I don't know what you would write after this. We have enough information to conclude that it's possible. Jot that down, that it's possible. So repeat for me, that it's possible. And the rest. To design and live an extraordinary life. Make that note, to design and live an extraordinary life. So repeat that for me. To design and live an extraordinary life. Now, let's repeat it from the beginning. Here we go. From testimonials and personal experience, we have enough information to conclude that it's possible to design and live an extraordinary life. I hope you will give that little phrase some consideration, and here's what's next. I hope you buy the idea that from testimonials and personal experience, we have enough information to conclude that it's possible to design and live an extraordinary life. And what I want this weekend to be for you is the gathering of more ways and means to design and live for you an extraordinary life. I don't know how far you want to go. Here's the first essence of life, and that is self-preservation. To produce enough to take care of yourself. The instructions given right to the couple that left the Garden of Eden. One was to multiply. It's a lonely place with only two people. But here were the next instructions. To be fruitful. How fruitful, how productive should one be? And here's number one. To produce enough to survive. To produce enough to take care of yourself. And self-care is important. If you're flying on an airplane, the flight attendant says if for some reason we run out of oxygen, these oxygen masks will fall from the ceiling, and if you have children with you, quickly take care of them, then take care of yourself. No. They say what? Put your mask on first. Put your mask on first. See to your survival first. Then you'll be more capable of taking care of the survival of your children. Isn't that interesting? My father had an interesting saying. He said, son, right after me, you come first.
All right. You need life, don't you? You get tired of these reactive people stirring up drama, personally, professionally, politically. Yes, that becomes a big problem. So that's why I'm a firm believer in self-care. I like Jimmy. I have this brother who thinks he can show up at the ranch and stir up any drama he wants. But I have a ranch foreman that'll help me run him off because his problems. See, here's the thing. Jimmy's in trouble. I come running. Because these reactive people want you to not have an extraordinary life. It's kind of like what Jesus said. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. And Jesus, one thing he said is, I have come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. See, here's the thing about these reactive people. They're going to say there's not enough abundance for them. Oh, they claim to have certain beliefs that they hold dear. But when it comes time that they ain't getting what they want, they toss them beliefs aside. And that's a problem. It's kind of like what Jim Rohn always said. Some will and some won't. Some do and some don't. And to some extent, I gotta say, so what? If you're gonna be reactive, you can't succeed with me. Alright? Now listen to me. Jimmy's got other things to tend to, and so he's asked me to take over for today. Probably for tomorrow as well. He'll come back in the next couple of episodes. It's just he's having to help out in some ways. If you want to live an extraordinary life, you're going to have extraordinary thoughts and extraordinary people. If you're having nitwits and numbskulls, you ain't going to get it. And believe me, plenty of reactive people. They're nitwits. They don't care. They don't care about anybody but themselves and what power and what money they get at the expense of anybody else. And I love what Jimmy says in his book. If you're like that and you don't have faith in God and core principles, you are sunk. Because I believe that. See, like Jimmy, I believe that because the problem is our society has become so reactive. And a huge problem. A huge problem. So, these people that are reactive and not wanting you to live an extraordinary life unless it's on their terms, well, they're living the doctrine of ignoble ease. You ever think about that? They're living the doctrine of ignoble ease and immaturity, and you don't need that. You don't need that here and now. You don't need that. And I'm just telling you, or JR Hendrick style, I say this. You want to get reactive, get out of my face. Now, I hope you enjoyed listening to Streamless Life Radio. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the Streamless Life family. This is JR Hendrick saying here, don't you just sit there and take it. You build your dreams so you can take it. You do what others don't so you can be what others won't. You do what others don't so you can have what others can't. And like my daddy always said, You think strong? You live strong. And you live the strenuous life. And hey, God bless you.